Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got some Steam news to talk about. A big game might be headed its way over to Steam. Seems like it could be the latest in many publishers taking their games off Steam and then ultimately coming back to Steam because they realize that there's a lot of money to be made on Steam. We'll talk about it. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Want to give a reiteration of the free game that's available on Steam because it's a pretty notable one, and just want to give you guys a quick heads up on that. And another notable Steam game release that's out today. By the time you guys are watching this video, it's probably already out, but we'll talk that in just a little bit. But first of all, rumor has it that Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be coming to Steam as a Steam version is added in Ubisoft Connect's database. So the images circulating on social media. And on top of that, Valhalla was also in the GeForce Now leaks for Steam. That happened a few months ago, or a while ago. It's been quite a while since the GeForce Now leaks happened. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming to Steam makes a lot of sense. I remember when the Steam Deck was coming out, around that time, Ubisoft had kind of gone back and said, hey, we don't know if we're going to be bringing our games to Steam, or they're open to opportunities. I forget the exact verbiage they used, but, bro, like, we all know that this gimmick of trying to create your own storefront, obviously, you want competition in the market. You want multiple platforms for your games to go on. And Epic Games Store, as much flack as it gets, first of all, it offers the consumer free games, and publishers are getting paid a gigantic amount of money to make their games timed exclusive on the Epic Games Store. I know some people will see that as anti-consumer, whatever, but if that means some games will get greenlit for PC releases, hey, that's at least pretty good. But at the end of the day, we know the difference in terms of visibility on Steam versus any other storefront. It's just going to be orders of magnitude more visible on Steam than any other storefront. Even a game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a pretty notable title, and it's not like Uplay is completely something that nobody utilizes. It's been around for a while, and ultimately, you know, Steam games still go through Uplay and everything like that, the Ubisoft titles. But the fact it's not available on Steam, I really do believe it hampers the sales numbers of these games quite a bit, and I'm sure the amount of copies of AC Valhalla that could be sold on Steam greatly offsets the percentage that Valve takes. I say, hey, make a game available on every platform, let the consumer decide what platform they want to buy the game on. I'm not gonna hate on a publisher taking like a 7 or 8 figure paycheck to make a timed exclusive release on the Epic Games Store. I know, there's a lot of money to be made as far as that's concerned, but just look at what happened with FF7 Remake. Like, FF7 Remake, major release, came out on Epic Games Store to, like, very little fanfare, and then 6 months later drops on Steam, and suddenly a lot of people are talking about it. That's just the difference of dropping a game on Steam. Even in the case of AC Valhalla, where it'll ultimately probably go through the Uplay launcher, but yeah, do you want more people to play these games? At this point, AC Valhalla has been out for over 2 years, I believe, and it's about to get its final piece of DLC, so why not just drop it on Steam, release like some complete edition, discount it for a little bit, guarantee it'll sell pretty well. Now, at this point, you know, 2 years after the initial release, is it going to sell as well as it could have? Probably not, but hopefully this means, you know, good things ahead for Ubisoft games on PC, because a game like Skull and Bones, like, how good is a game like that going to do? Or I shouldn't question how good is a game like that going to do, but wouldn't you want to give a new IP like that every opportunity it can get to sell as many copies as possible, instead of, oh, it comes out, doesn't sell all that well, and then label it as a failure, a commercial flop, or whatever? Give it the opportunity to be, you know, available on the most visible storefront where it's gonna get the most amount of traction and it's gonna potentially sell the most amount of copies, especially with games like that. That's probably gonna get a lot of DLC. You want to have a concurrent player base that's strong. And I'm sure they had that with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but it could have been greater if it was on Steam. And in the case of Skull and Bones, it's like a brand new IP. And again, you want to give that game as many opportunities as possible to succeed. Same with games like a Riders Republic. You want games like that to have ample opportunity to succeed. I can understand from the Ubisoft standpoint, they want to keep everything in-house. They want to collect all the revenue, etc., etc. But you have to weigh the pros and cons of both situations. And I think ultimately, the pros that are offered with having a game on Steam do does outweigh the cons. I mean, hopefully GTA Trilogy does come to Steam at some point. I know people like meme on that nonstop, but, you know, that'll be a nice release on PC if it ultimately does come. And hey, Activision finally got COD back on Steam, and, you know, I think MW2 was the most successful COD in a while for a lot of reasons, not just because it was available on Steam, even though it has mixed reception right now, but I do think it being available on Steam did greatly benefit that game, and I think that would be the case with, again, Skull and Bones, Riders Republic, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, etc., etc. But, yeah, there we go with that. We'll see if that ultimately does come to fruition. Here's hoping it does. Moving on from that, Warhammer Vermintide 2, just want to reiterate that it is free until November the 7th. They are running like a Warhammer, like little event going on right now where a lot of things are going on. Double XP week, save up to 60% on DLC and skins, and then Warhammer 40k Darktide from the creators of Vermintide 2 pre-order, and you can play early. The pre-order beta starts on November the 17th, but Vermintide 2 for now, that's available absolutely free. Solid cooperative title. Get a couple of buddies on it as well. Jump in together, and you might have a good time with that. There's a plethora of additional content available for the game. There's like a starter bundle. There's a content bundle. Those get pretty pricey, so, you know, I can see the MO with them, you know, getting you the game for free, and then if you do get super into it, selling you some additional content. But nonetheless, at the very least, add the base game to your library, and again, it'll be yours to own forever, as long as you do add it to your library by November the 7th. Lastly, I do want to give you guys a heads up that right now, Harvestella should be out on Steam and PC. This is a pretty cool game coming from Square Enix, an all-new life simulation RPG. Lead a life of self-sufficiency with your vibrant house as a base and cooperate with allies to overcome various threats. It's got like a Harvest Moon vibe going on for it as well, but seems to have an emphasis on the combat as well. Overcome battles by switching seamlessly between jobs during combat, including the fighter, adept with swift sword techniques, the Shadow Walker, which deals critical wounds with twin blades, or the mage specializing in magic attacks when faced with a mighty foe. Skillfully target their weak points to inflict the double break state and take them down in an instant. The game's system requirements, nothing too crazy at all. Remember that this game is available on the Nintendo Switch as well. Recommended AMD Ryzen 3 1200 or a Core i5 3330, so quite a few generations old as far as that i5 is concerned. 8GB of RAM recommended, RX 470 or GTX 1060, 20GB of storage space, and by the way, that is for 1080p at 60 frames per second. The low, they have minimum requirements. I'm not even going to go over that. It's for 1280 by 720, but hopefully it runs well on the Steam Deck as well. This should run no problem. I tried out Star Ocean on the Steam Deck. Unfortunately, not a great experience with that, so that's a little bit of a bummer because I would have liked to play that on the go. But hopefully Harvestella, given the fact that it is available on the Switch, will work well on the Steam Deck as well. But another new release wanted to make note of. But that is going to do it for me. Again, it looks like Assassin's Creed Valhalla might be headed on its way over to Steam. Let's hope that ultimately does come to fruition. I think that would entice a lot of people to check out the game, even though I know Valhalla, people did not like that game as much as Odyssey, but you know, more games on Steam is a good thing. Warhammer Vermintide 2, again, available free right now on Steam, and Harvestella drops today on PC. If you're into Harvest Moon, if you're into, you know, Square Enix titles, might be something you end up digging. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.